Good morning, evening, and afternoon, everyone. It's Master Keeper back from the dead. Well, yeah, I used an Exceler or Raise ability from Final Fantasy. However, I did not have a Phoenix down back then, so excuse me for that. But I assure you all that my return has nothing to do with Donald, because he never heals, like seriously. Which is why I hope that he improves in future titles, like Kingdom Hearts 3. But oh gosh, Donald, what are you doing? Donald, are you still standing there? Nope, don't hide behind the command menu because I can still see you. There's no use. Anyways, how is everyone doing? The last few days were one of the most astounding days when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. We have received a beautiful trailer of 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, saw gameplay of the E3 demo, and luckily, Sam managed to play it over there. In addition, we had an interview with Tetsuya, who's the co-director and Nomura's right hand. Lastly, we had a Dengeki, sorry for the pronunciation, Dengeki interview with Tetsuya Nomura himself. And in that interview, he talked about some interesting stuff, which I'll be showing on this video. So without further waiting, let's get right into it. Even though the news is not incoming as quickly as fans would hope, development is not delayed. And that's a really good thing to hear, because before E3 we kept wondering whether Square Enix are having big trouble with finishing the game before the end of 2016. For me personally, I started having doubts that we will be receiving 2.8 this year, because there has been an empty blank months of dryness and boredom, oh gosh, where we received no news about 2.8 and 3 at all. So what Nomura pointed out is something that really calms the heart and makes the person have a hope when having each title on its time. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a fragmentary passage, being the length of one world, pertains more to the length of one world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Tetsuya Nomura promises that this volume will be a decent length. Now that point over there is literally what we wanted to hear. Many of us kept expecting 0.2 to be something in between 1 to 2 hours, since Nomura has mentioned before that the game will be of the length of one world in Kingdom Hearts. And worlds of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 took an average of 1 to 2 hours. However, the fact that 0.2 is going to be more into the length of one world in Kingdom Hearts 3 makes me expect that the game might even reaches to 3 hours long, with all those many cutscenes that we will be receiving. So that's one big awesome news for whoever enjoys playing as Master Aqua, like me. The battle system in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a fragmentary passage, is a mixture of Birth by Sleep as well as Kingdom Hearts 3. And of course we have noticed that in the trailer of 2.2 on E3, where Master Aqua uses Spellweaver command style, which is similar to Spellweaver that we have seen in Birth by Sleep. And if you notice which menu is 0.2 supporting, it's actually using the command menu, which includes the regular attack, magic and items, which was used in Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3.5 Days Over 2, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3 from trailers, along with the addition of command style from Birth by Sleep. So we can actually see that 0.2 is for sure supporting a mixture of Kingdom Hearts 3 and Birth by Sleep. The command deck is not present, but special attacks and such consume MP as they would in previous games like Kingdom Hearts 2. As we have said previously, both Kingdom Hearts 0.2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 have returned to the regular command menu, instead of the command deck which we have seen in previous games like Birth by Sleep, Recoded, and 3G Dream Drop Distance. In addition to that, none of those supported the MP gauge, since magic attacks had become under the command deck attacks instead. But it looks so much similar to Kingdom Hearts 1, as you can see, and Kingdom Hearts 2, where the MP gauge exists. Magic will affect the surrounding area, as previously talked about for Kingdom Hearts 3. Using magic in different sequences will also create different effects on enemies, such as using Blizzard and then Thunder. Okay, this point gives a total new generation of graphics and effects to Kingdom Hearts series. The fact that magic would affect the surrounding looks really cool and gives the game a realistic view. We have seen some of these effects in both Kingdom Hearts 3 and 2.8 trailers, like the wind affecting the grass, the burns in the ground due to fire, and what's really amazing is the effect of blizzard when cast in an empty space where you can jump into the freeze on the ground and make the flow motion. That idea was really creative from them, and not to mention the effect of thunder and the lights around the city and its effect on the heartless. And man, did you just see the range of that fire? It really reaches to far enemies. Lighting is something they focused on a lot during design for Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue and Kingdom Hearts 3, even though it hasn't been much of a major focus previously in the series. For this one, I'm not actually sure whether he was referring to the magic thunder or whether he meant the street lighting, or lighting in general. But nevertheless, everything in 0.2 looks pretty beautiful and bright, from magic attacks like the thunder that Master Aqua did, like oh my god, look at that thunder of her. It strikes the hell out of them, man. And just imagine how all of that would look like in a full Kingdom shader, like Kingdom Hearts keyback cover and Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I can't even imagine that. Height within the playable features of the world is something that was also focused on for these games, which we have surely noticed in both Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, like passing a lake or a river and climbing the mountains of Olympus, not to mention that one big jump, which gives me hope for an open world for each world. And also the fight against the Rock Titan and climbing it by flow motion or using attraction flow, and that really gives the world a realistic view. And people who played Dream Drop Distance would notice that they have started caring about heights since that time, but it has been one of the major focuses in both Kingdom Hearts 3 and 2.8. Not to forget 2.8, we can see that heights have been a focus when it comes to climbing different houses in Castle of Dreams, and also climbing different fragments and pieces of the world that were shattered in the realm of darkness. I think that such focus gives the chances for the latest Disney movies to be shown on its perfect beauty with the Kingdom shader like Frozen and Big Hero 6. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD plays with 60 frames per second. Can you believe that, people? Kingdom Hearts is finally reaching to a whole new level with the 60 frame rate. Look at this beauty on the screen, just look at it. 60 frames is such an amazing job that they did there. It gives the game a fluent gameplay all the way. I mean, not even 2.8 is going to have 60 frames per second, which makes Dream Drop Distance to be the first and only Kingdom Hearts title to have 60 frame rate per second, as far as we know. As much as I have enjoyed Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS, I just can't wait to get my hands on the HD version. A new Dream Eater is introduced in the version of Dream Drop Distance included in Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, named Katnuki, or Pondanian in Japanese, which is a combination of a cat and a raccoon dog, more commonly known as Tanuki. You can see that Dream Eater on the screen. It looks so much similar to Meow Wow, with some differences of color, of course, with a different tail that looks like a raccoon, not to mention the leaf on his head. Adding that Dream Eater fresh in the HD version, and I'm so glad that they didn't have to make a final mix for 3D just for that Dream Eater. That was a joke. Tetsuya Nomura would like to give more Kingdom Hearts 3 news, but at the moment, it is important to focus on Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, so he asks fans to please look forward to winter of this year for more news. I mean, seriously guys, I would like to have Kingdom Hearts 3 news as much as any one of you, but this year is supposed to be the year of 2.8, which is why we aren't receiving many Kingdom Hearts 3 news. Nomura would like the fans to focus in 2.8 when it comes to news and also when the game releases, because he doesn't want fans to be distracted by Kingdom Hearts 3 and lose the focus of enjoying 2.8. And I can understand why he's doing this, and I would have done the same if I were him. But luckily, we will be receiving more news about Kingdom Hearts 3 this winter instead of E3, which again was a good move from Nomura to make in order for the spotlights to be on 2.8 on E3 instead of Kingdom Hearts 3, and in order to assure that people get more excited to 2.8. Tetsuya Nomura talks about the possibility of another installment of The World Ends With You itself, as in a sequel, being difficult rather than its involvement in the Kingdom Hearts series. As we all know, Dream Drop Distance had introduced new family of Square Enix games, which is The World Ends With You, and they made a great job in fitting them with the story of 3D. And to be honest, 3D gave strong nostalgia to back when I played The World Ends With You on the DS. And I gotta say that their voice acting in 3D fits them so well, even though they didn't have any voice acting back then in their game. We have seen many major characters throughout the story like Nico, Beat, Shiki, Joshua, and also Rhyme, and their addition gave the game a fresh beginning because they literally replaced Final Fantasy characters, since none of them made any appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3D. Well, except for Mughal, who pretty much appeared in every game, even as a nobody in Free Fire Fighters Ever 2, believe me. But anyways, ever since the end of Traverse Town's story, when Sora promised the characters that he will be visiting Shibuya in future, which is the original city that The World Ends With You game takes place, people started expecting their appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3 or what's after that. So that leads us to what Nomura is trying to say about the fact that making The World Ends With You characters to appear in Kingdom Hearts series is much easier than making a sequel for The World Ends With You original game. So, does that give us a hope for The World Ends With You characters to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3? Or are we going to have their appearance in what's next? We'll find out in the future. Tetsuya Nomura is hoping to get a playable demo for their Japanese audience to experience. Alright, this is just totally normal, right? It's not like there are any fans outside of Japan who would like to have more about Kingdom Hearts, right? Now that he made a worldwide release, Nomura just can't resist not to give something exclusive only for Japan. This is totally normal. I mean, we can wait, can't we? We have better things to do other than waiting, right? Are you serious, Nomura? Why on Japan only? Just why? Have we ever done something wrong to Nomura in order for him to do such a thing? I just don't get it at all. What difference would it be if the demo was released overseas? This would gain more fans to the series and it would have been a great plan. I just can't understand his logic. As what they always say, Nomura logic. Information will be released regularly from autumn until launch in December for Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. We are actually supposed to have more information since a few months are left for the game to be released, and the title didn't have enough trailers and gameplays from the first place. So I just can't wait to have more news about 2.8 in further months, and still, I'm hoping for Kingdom Hearts 3 news on winter. Anyways guys, we have received some good news from that interview for sure, like the 60 frame rate of 3D, the length of 0.2 being the length of a Kingdom Hearts 3 world, and many different and awesome information. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be sure to release more videos regarding Kingdom Hearts when the time is available. I hope to see you next time, and stay tuned.